Good morning, dear students. Welcome to chemistry class. Children, you know that we were doing the chapter Air Around Us, that is chapter number 16. Okay, so in this chapter, children, we have covered few topics like now you know that what is atmosphere, isn't it? Now you know certain properties of air and you also know the composition of air. Okay, so this thing we have discussed. First, we have discussed what is atmosphere. We have seen one activity that air occupies a space. This we have seen. Then we have talked about the composition of air. So there are several compositions of air that we have also seen. And we have also proved it that yes, air do contain all these gases. Like air contain maximum amount of nitrogen. Air contains oxygen. Air contains carbon dioxide. And apart from these three important gases, the air also contains argon and other gases. It also has certain amount of water vapor, dust, smoke. All these things are available in the air. Though air is invisible, we cannot see air, but air do exist and these gases also exist in the atmosphere. So all these things we have seen. We have also discussed all these things very clearly and I hope you are clear with all these composition of air and what is atmosphere. So let's quickly revise it and just brush up your mind. So what is atmosphere, children? So atmosphere is basically the blanket over the earth's surface, isn't it? Which prevent us from very harmful rays of the sun and also maintains the temperature of the earth. So this is atmosphere for you. Atmosphere contains air. Okay. So air, we know that it occupies space. Wherever air is present, it occupies space. The activity that we have seen, clear? Then coming to the composition of air. So earlier the scientists used to think that air is only one entity, but slowly and gradually they came to know that no, air is a type of a mixture and it consists of varieties of gases like air contains nitrogen in the maximum amount, that is 74%. Then air contains oxygen, that is 21%. Then a small amount of carbon dioxide, that is 0.03%, and it contains a small amount of argon. Apart from that, it also contains water vapor and dust and smoke. So all these things are present in air. Okay. Then we have also proved it that yes, air do contain oxygen. So how we have proved it? With the help of an activity of candle and a glass tumbler. So when the candle, we were lighting the candle, then candle was lighted, and the moment we put a glass tumbler inverted over the candle, after some time the candle extinguished, the light extinguished. What is the reason behind? The reason is that we know that combustion process takes place in the presence of oxygen. So the moment we are putting the glass tumbler over the candle, over the lit candle, so the oxygen that is present around will not be able to enter inside that. Okay, so we can say that inside that glass tumbler now no oxygen was present. Slowly and gradually oxygen got extinguished from there, so the candle also extinguished. So this proves that air contains oxygen and oxygen is very necessary for combustion. Okay. Then we have also seen that when we were taking the water in that, and like we have taken a glass tumbler, we have taken a container bowl, उसमें हमने पानी भरा था, then we have put a candle over it. तो जब हमने candle को lit किया था, okay, तो कैंडल वॉज लाइक लिटेड, बट उसके बाद जब हमने उसके ऊपर ग्लास टम्बलर रखा तो उसमें से बबल्स निकल रहे थे. सो दैट बबल्स वॉज ऑल्सो कंटेनिंग अ फ्यू अमाउंट ऑफ नाइट्रोजन. Okay, so this we have also seen. Okay, through the activity I have explained it to you. Now we have also seen that air contains some amount of carbon dioxide. Like when we exhale carbon dioxide. While breathing process, we inhale oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide. So when we are breathing out the carbon dioxide, and the population, it is so vast. So the moment we are breathing carbon dioxide, वो कहाँ जा रहा है? It is in the atmosphere. Okay, so atmosphere contains carbon dioxide. Clear? And similarly, whenever we are burning anything, then also a large amount of carbon dioxide is liberated. So where it goes? So it is present in the atmosphere. So air do contains carbon dioxide also. Now we have to prove that air contains water vapor. So to prove that, we know that during a mid summer season there is a large amount of humidity. बहुत चिपचिपापन होता है, बहुत humidity होती है. So that humidity is because of the water vapor present in the atmosphere. Okay, the places that are near the sea, near the water area is very humid. Okay, how? Like when sun rays fall on the water gets vaporized and that water remains in the atmosphere. It is present in the atmosphere and causes the area to become very humid. Okay, so that is why that area is humid, because of the presence of water vapor. So this we have also proved that air do contains water vapor. Now, air also contains dust and smoke. So this also we have seen with the help of an activity, that what we have to do in this activity, we'll go in a room, we switch off all the lights, so the room will become dark. Okay, now in a window, put a black paper over the window and just make a small hole there. Okay, so what you will see, the sun rays will come from the window in the form of a rays. Okay, and you can clearly see the small dust particles in those rays. Okay, that those rays will contain the dust particle, you can clearly see from there. Okay, so this also proves that air contains dust particle. Clear? So these were the topics that we have discussed in the previous classes. Now children, today first we will do the oral question, then we'll see what are the uses of these gases that are present in air. What are the uses of that? How it is helpful for a life to sustain on earth. Okay, so I'll quickly go through the chapter so that you can see that we have covered all these topics. So children, we have covered what is atmosphere. The atmosphere we have covered. We have seen that air occupies a space. So this is the activity to show that air occupies a space. And I have told you to perform this activity at home. You can do it at home also. Okay. Then we have seen the composition of air. So composition of air, if we talk about, so air is a mixture of gases. So it contains nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, and remaining one is other gases like argon, and others we have like carbon dioxide is 0.03%. A small amount of other gases are also there. We have dust, smoke, water vapor are also present in the air. Then we have to prove that air contains oxygen and hydrogen. So this was the activity that we have discussed. Okay, clear? Then air contains carbon dioxide. So oxygen, air, while breathing out, carbon dioxide is released. Water vapor, that also we have seen. So dust and smoke, this we have seen with the help of the activity. So children, everything we have covered here. Now let's do the oral question answer. Children, please take out your pencil and write the answers in front of the question in this book itself. So let's discuss the oral question first. Take out your pencil, children. Okay. So question number 1. Does the density of the blanket of air that surrounds us get thicker or thinner as we go up. So as we go up higher, क्या होता है? एटमॉस्फेयर या एयर की लेयर थिक यानी कि मोटी होती जाती है कि पतली होती जाती है. So we have seen that, children, the density of the layer becomes thinner and thinner as we go up. Okay, so this is the reason why like when mountaineer go to the mountains, they carry oxygen cylinder with them. So because when they will go high up, the oxygen level is going to decrease, the air amount is going to decrease, and they will not be able to breathe properly. So that is why they carry the oxygen cylinder with them. Okay, so this is the answer is thinner. Question number 2. Is air a mixture or a compound? So we know that air is a mixture. It is a mixture of several gases. Like it is a mixture of oxygen, carbon dioxide, like nitrogen and argon and other gases also, dust, smoke, water vapor, everything is present. So air is a mixture. So you will write air is a mixture because it contains the mixture of various gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, little amount of argon. Along with that, it also contains dust, air, dust, smoke, and water vapor. So this is the answer to this question. I'll send you these answers, don't worry. So after this class, go to e-content, find your answers there. Question number 3. The percentage of water vapor in the air is always same. Do you agree? Give reason. So answer is no. Why no? Because always the temperature is not humid and the amount of water vapor also varies from place to place and time to time. ओके, जहाँ पे बहुत ड्राई एरिया है, जहाँ पे वाटर की डेंसिटी बहुत कम है, कंसिडर राजस्थान एंड अ डेजर्ट एरिया, देयर the humidity is also very less. Okay, humidity is very less because no water vapor is present. So it does not remain same always. It changes from place to place and time to time. Okay, so you will write no. The percentage of water vapor varies from place to place and time to time. So I hope you have done this. So I'll send you the answer, children, of these questions. So you can go to e-content. You can find your answer there. Okay. Now let's start with the new topic today. That is air supports life. We as a human and animal and plants. See, in this topic we will be focusing on humans, animals, animals that are aquatic animal and terrestrial animal, and we'll also focus on plants. Okay, अगर हम life की बात कर रहे हैं बेटा, तो we will talk about all the living things that are surviving, not only human but animals and plants also. ठीक है, तो हम इन सब पे फोकस करेंगे कि हाउ एयर सपोर्ट्स लाइफ, हाउ एयर इज important and how it is useful for us to sustain the life on earth. Okay, so let's talk about it. So children, we know that air is a mixture of several gases, isn't it? Air contains oxygen, air contains nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and other gases. Okay, so all these gases are very important for living organism to survive. Okay, be it humans, be it animals, be it plant, all these gases are very important for all of us. Okay, like take for example oxygen. We know that. Let's talk about human first, then we'll go to animals, and then we'll go to plants. So let's talk about human first. So we know that जब एक child birth लेता है, when a child is born, So the first thing he does is breathe. Okay. So when the child breathe, then only we say that he or she is alive. Are you getting my point? So the very important thing for a life to survive is oxygen. How? Aaj we are alive because we are breathing oxygen. So oxygen or breathing is the most important thing for a life to sustain. Okay. So the moment the child is born, he breathes and we say that he or she is alive. And the moment person stops breathing, the moment person stops breathing, we say he or she is dead. Getting it? So what is the thing that we breathe? What we take from air? We take oxygen. Okay? So oxygen that is present in the atmosphere, we inhale it. We breathe in. Okay? And the oxygen that we inhale with the help of nose. It gets inside our body and it goes to lungs. Okay? And then that oxygen, there are several chemical processes taking place inside our body. Okay? And with the help of this oxygen, we generate energy. Okay? We generate energy. And energy is very essential to perform any work. Like if I am talking to you, if I am speaking, it requires energy. If I am moving my hand, it requires energy. Not only कि आप जब खेल रहे हो तब आपकी एनर्जी वेस्ट हो रही है, आप दौड़ रहे हो तब एनर्जी लग रही है, ऐसा नहीं होता है बेटा. एवरी टाइम इवन व्हेन वी आर वेक, आप जब सो नहीं रहे, इवन जब आप सो रहे हैं तब भी आपको एनर्जी की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है. बट व्हेन यू आर अवेक, व्हेन यू डू समथिंग, व्हेन यू वॉक, व्हेन यू टॉक, व्हेन यू move your hands and move your neck and move your body parts, you require energy, and that energy we are getting it from the oxygen. Okay, the oxygen that we inhale gives us energy. Okay, so breathing is very important, children. We should focus on the breathing. We don't focus on that, we should focus on that, children. So breathing is very important, hence oxygen is very important, so it allow us to survive. Okay, so we survive because of inhaling or breathing in oxygen. Clear? Now let's come to the animals. So for animals, if we talk about the aquatic animals, so children, we know that aquatic animals like fishes, they survive in the water. They survive in the water. Clear? They don't have lungs like us, but they do have gills. Okay? They don't have lungs, they have gills. Clear? So, how they survive? They take oxygen from the water. There is oxygen dissolved in water also. So they take in water, they take in oxygen from the water with the help of their gills, and then they survive. Okay? Are you getting my point? Clear? Many of you must be knowing it. So in the same way, the fishes survive inside the water. So inside the water also oxygen is present. Okay. In the air also oxygen is present. There are certain aquatic animals which do not have gills. They come up in up. They come up. They take oxygen from the air and they go down in the water like whale. Okay. They come up. They inhale and they go inside the water. So they take the oxygen from the air. Getting it? So all these things are important. So oxygen is very important. Similarly, if we move to this other like plants, let's talk about plants. So children, plants do respire. Okay, plant क्या करता है? Respire करता है. Children, there is difference between breathing and respiration. So let's first see what is the difference between two. So there is difference between breathing and respiration. What is the difference between breathing and respiration is, in case of breathing, what we do, we inhale oxygen and we exhale out carbon dioxide. It is just the process of intake and outtake. So we do it with the help of a nose. This is a nose, children. I am very bad at drawing. So we just inhale oxygen and we exhale out carbon dioxide. Isn't it? Only this process is known as breathing. Now what is respiration? In respiration, what happens? We inhale oxygen. Oxygen goes inside our body. There are several chemical processes taking place inside the body. Okay, and this will generate energy, which is very important. Okay, and then we exhale out carbon dioxide. So this complete process is known as respiration. Okay, like this is very important, generation of energy. This is very important in case of respiration. Breathing में हम सिर्फ सांस ले रहे हैं छोड़ रहे हैं. Okay, ले रहे हैं छोड़ रहे हैं. But in respiration we take in oxygen, the chemical processes are taking place, energy is generated. So this complete process is involved in respiration. So this is difference between breathing and respiration, children. Okay, so plants don't breathe, they respire. We also respire. Okay, so this is difference between breathing and respiration. So children, we generally say that plant gives us oxygen. Okay, तो वो कैसे oxygen देता है? We'll see here. So first let's see what is oxygen. Oxygen कैसे important है? So all living things breathe in oxygen, that we know. Oxygen is necessary for them to get energy from the food. Okay, since living things need energy all the time, we require energy all the time, when we are talking, when we are walking, when we are playing, when we are watching the TV, so whenever we are using our brain, so all the time we require oxygen. Okay, so all the time we require energy, and if we want energy, so we should inhale oxygen. Okay, so they need to breathe in oxygen all the time. The process of, this is important, children, please underline it. The process of breathing in, getting energy from the food and breathing out is called respiration. Inhaling in, generating energy from the food and breathing out the carbon dioxide is called respiration. This we do it with the help of nose, like air you breathe in through nose goes into your lungs. Here the oxygen is absorbed from the air and used by the body. Living things that live under the soil. Yes. So here they are talking about microbes. So there are small microbes that live inside the soil. Isn't it? So when they live inside the soil, they take oxygen from the soil. Soil also contains oxygen. So they take the oxygen from the soil. Getting it? But कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हम बहुत ज्यादा पानी डाल देते हैं soil में. So when we put a lot of water in the soil, then the amount of oxygen decreases in the soil. तो क्या होता है, कुछ माइक्रोब्स, कुछ एनिमल्स उसमें से बाहर आने लगते हैं. लाइक अर्थवॉर्म। तो कभी भी अगर वाटर लॉगिंग हो रही है, बहुत ज्यादा हमने पानी भर दिया है, तो आप कभी भी ऑब्जर्व करो तो वहां से अर्थवॉर्म क्या होते हैं, बाहर आने लगते हैं। ओके, सेम थिंग goes with certain plants where there is a lot of water present, their roots come out to breathe. Okay, like for example here, mangrove plant. So this is a mangrove plant that generally grow in the air, in the place where there is waterlogged, बहुत ज्यादा पानी होता है, वहां पे ये पेड़ ग्रो करते हैं। and their roots, as you can see here, they are not submerged in the soil, rather they come up over the soil to breathe the oxygen. ओके, क्योंकि अगर ये सॉइल के अंदर सबमर्ज्ड होंगे तो यहाँ पे इतना पानी है कि दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू ब्रीथ। ठीक है, तो दीज रूट्स कम आउट। दिस इज these types of pattern is mainly seen in mangrove plants. Okay, so here they are talking about the same, that when there is too much of water given to the soil in a garden or a farm so as to cause water logging. What is water logging? जब बहुत ज्यादा पानी एक जगह पे इकट्ठा हो जाए, कीचड़ जैसा बन जाता है, then it is called water logging. So the earthworm that live under the soil start coming up to the surface. So earthworm start to come up because they cannot breathe inside it. Okay, this is because water drives out all the air from the soil. So now plants such as mangrove that grows in the waterlogged soil have roots that grow out of the soil to get air. Okay, so this was about few microbes that are present inside the soil. Then let's talk about the animals that live in water. So whales come up to the surface. I have told you they have gills instead of lungs. So they take the oxygen that is dissolved in water. Children, you can go through these terms. I'm not going into much detail of it. I'm not going to read each and every line. You can read the line from your book. Okay. So this is the activity to show that water does contains oxygen. So what this activity says basically, this we have already seen but we have never observed it. कभी आप जब पानी बॉयल करते हो, if you have done it, that's good. If not, you can do it anytime at home. आप क्या करो, एक पैन लो, उसमें वाटर डालो और उसको गरम करो। ठीक है, तो जब हम गरम करते हैं उसको, we have seen that on the surface of the pan we can observe a small bubbles. जब पानी खौलने लगता है उससे पहले क्या होता है, छोटे 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 बबल्स पड़ने लगते हैं उसके लोअर सरफेस पे। ओके, सो द बबल्स दैट आर फॉर्म्ड आर द मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ ऑक्सीजन। वो ऑक्सीजन के मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं जो कि धीरे धीरे ऊपर आ जाते हैं एंड दे गेट इवेपोरेटेड। Okay, so as soon as water boils, these gases come up and gets evaporated. Okay, so these are nothing but the oxygen that is dissolved in water. Okay, so these bubbles you can find on the surface of the pan when you are boiling the water. So this proves that oxygen is dissolved in water. Okay, so this was it. Similarly, if we talk about plants, so plants have a small opening called stomata. Okay, so I'll show you. So leaves do have a opening called stomata. This is a leaf and the leaf contains a small drops Basically, it is present under the leaf area, and this is called stomata. It is of bean shape. Basically, this is the shape of stomata. Okay, what happens? They are responsible for respiration, that is, taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Children, we often say that plants gives us oxygen, isn't it? Plants gives us oxygen. कैसे देता है ये plant oxygen? See, during daytime, during day and during night, in both the condition, they take oxygen and generate carbon dioxide or liberate carbon dioxide. But during daytime, when they prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis, in this process, they give out oxygen, and the amount of oxygen they give out is more than the oxygen they take during daytime. Okay, that is why during daytime the plant gives us oxygen. देखिए, ये डिफरेंस होता है प्लांट्स में और एनिमल्स में, दैट सी बोथ ऑफ देम रेस्पायर. ओके, दोनों ऑक्सीजन लेते हैं और दोनों कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड देते हैं. लेकिन प्लांट्स के केस में ड्यूरिंग डे टाइम, जब वो अपना खाना बना रहे होते हैं बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस, सो व्हाट दे डू, द they also give out oxygen. Okay, they take in carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen. So the amount of oxygen that they give is more than the amount of oxygen they take. इसलिए we say that plants gives us oxygen. Okay, hence they take oxygen from the atmosphere, and oxygen is again very important for plants, first to prepare their food and also to maintain the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, so this we will see in much detail in the next class. Okay, so children, please go through it. We'll talk about a nitrogen, we'll see carbon dioxide, we'll also talk about oxygen cycle. So most probably in the next class we'll complete the explanation of this chapter, and then we will do the oral question answer and exercise part. Okay, so please, along with me, keep on reading the chapter. Okay, if you come across any kind of doubt, do ask in the group, children. Okay, please do read the chapter. That's it for today. Thank you, and Jai Hind, children.